Max, defeating Doncaster, just what's your post-match assessment of that one?
Yeah, clearly, obviously disappointed. You know, the manner of defeat probably hurts the most. You know, it's our first disappointment as a new squad, so it's a new feeling. And like I said, the disappointment in the dressing room was high then. Certainly because the manner in which we've lost the game. I think sometimes if you're going to lose a game, lose it by being done by good play or a worldy goal, and today that wasn't the case. I think we've shot ourselves in the foot. We know that. We weren't at the races first half. We give ourselves a mountain to climb, and ultimately, if you give any team a 2-goal advantage, it can be very difficult to turn around. So yeah, disappointing day, but it's about the reaction now this week. I think it's important we recognise that we've had a really good start. I don't want the team now and the lads to get too down. Just like we've not got too ahead of ourselves after a win. It's like I said, it's a first feeling of defeat for this new squad. So I'm looking forward to getting back on the training ground quickly, and let's have a look at what went wrong today, and look to put things right, ready for next week. You
touched on it there, first defeat after going 9 unbeaten. I suppose whether you win or lose, there's lessons to be learned. Would you say that's the same case today as well?
Yeah, most definitely, and that's like I said, that's where I think it's important as a squad. We recognise what went wrong. I'm not about sweeping things under the carpet. Today was disappointing. We give ourselves a bit of a mountain to climb second half, and we huffed and we puffed second half. But ultimately, if you give teams, like I said, a 2-goal advantage, some days you won't be able to claw it back, and today's one of them days.
We saw at the end of the match as well, as always, you and the lads went over and clapped the Travelling Sports, another sold-out away end as well. How much does it mean that no matter if you win or lose, you've got that backing and that support there waiting? Yeah,
the support today was great, and that has been all season. We need them, and today obviously they needed us, but we couldn't come to unfortunately we couldn't find that route back into the game second half. And like I said, the support has been great from day one. It's happened now, the first defeat of the season as a new squad, and the big thing for me now is just the reaction. The reaction from the players this week is going to be the most important thing, and like I said, I can't wait to get back on the training ground and let's have a really good week. And obviously we know we've got a really good fixture to look forward to next weekend. So like I said, disappointment today, but sometimes this is football, and we'll look to put it right as quickly as possible.
You spoke already about sort of the week ahead. Obviously, it looks a bit different to the weeks we've had previously with Saturday, Tuesdays. Obviously, now a full week to go at it. How big is that for you guys to be able to sort of go back after a game like today and look at it for a full week and work towards, like you say, Huddersfield next weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes I really enjoy the Saturday, Tuesdays because you keep rolling. But obviously, this week gives us a bit more time on the training ground, possibly gives lads who've played a lot of minutes a little bit of a breather, ready to reset. And like I said, we've got a really exciting month of fixtures ahead. We've had a good start to the season. Let's not get too down about today, but take that hurt and disappointment for today. Let's look to put it right this week. And you can always, like I said, there's always another game. The big thing now is the reaction. And that's where myself and then other experienced players will come to the table and make sure that we have a good week. And like I said, next Saturday's fixture doesn't need building up. Everyone knows it's a local derby, 2 teams trying to achieve good things this season. So let's get back to it this week.
Just a final point, you've spoke about it already a little bit, but obviously having that game to look forward to, but it being back at home, which has been a bit of a fortress, not just this season, but pushing into the back end of last season. How much is it easy for you lads to look forward to that kind of game, not just against the opposition, but the fact that you're at home again?
Yeah, of course. It's for me, it's important that we recognise it's just the next game, but I also recognise it's a local derby. It means a lot to the supporters, so I'm pretty sure you'll see a performance from the lads next week, that matches the fan support. And like I said, we'll keep going, we'll push hard again. And again, I just keep reiterating it. It's all about the reaction. It was very unrealistic to think we'd go the full season without suffering a defeat. So it's come today. We'll lick our wounds. Today's Doncaster's day. So let's, like I said, let's look to put things right this week and give it a good go next weekend.